Leche, dípelo. Venga, vamos, ustedes, no coja boca, así de que estoy.
Hey, here's a marker set up at Jeff. Boys, we'll start our survey from here.
Whoever named this Hellgate Pass sure know what they were talking about. Can you imagine a railroad coming up through here, Jim?
It never will if we don't have better luck than our last survey party.
I hope Jeff and Tex can keep those Redskins from coming up on us.
Listen, those trailblazers can smell an Indian more than you and I can see him. Okay, boys, let's get going.
You know, Tex, I smell smoke.
About time you noticed it, Jeff. I've been smelling it a full 5 minutes.
Liar.
Well, maybe only 3 minutes.
The wind seems to be coming through that canyon. Let's ride over and see whose fire it is.
Probably Indians wiped out our last survey party.
Well, we gotta find out anyway.
We will.
Come on.
Still smoldering. They must have just left.
About 10 of the Redskins gone out that way, probably trying to get behind our party.
We gotta warn Jim.
Too late for that.
No, it's not. We'll cut over that hill. We ought to be able to signal the boys from the top of that ridge.
Yeah.
Jeff's alarm signal. Indians, get under cover, men, and let them have it.
Redskins going for help.
He'll never make it. Tell the boys to get back to camp.
Yeah.
We know. Dig-y-ho!
Well, that weren't much of a scrap.
A couple of the boys got careless, forgot to duck. What's Jeff trying to do, collect a scalp?
Nope, he's got ideas. Said for you to get packed up and out of here.
Why should we? We got those Indians licked.
Listen, Jeff knows what he's talking about. Get these animals back pronto.
Hey, wait a minute. Here comes Jeff.
Indians! Come on!
Cena, tiny to top, Paco. Carter in?
Yeah. He's doing a little trading with the Indians.
That's so, man.
Pizza, Kevin.
Well, what happened, that guy?
Well, we chased survey party out of Pass, Carter.
Chased them. Your orders was to wipe them out.
We couldn't. That hombre from Dodge City was leading them.
Oh, our friend Jeff Ramsey again, huh?
Yeah, he knows a lot about engines.
I gotta meet up with that man, Ramsey.
Better look out. Remember, he cleaned up Morgan's gang in Dodge City.
Yes, and Morgan was faster on the draw than Wild Bill.
Did you hear that Ramsey's boss, builder of railroad, has come?
Yes, John Hartford, the man who helped build the Union Pacific. I sent word for him to meet me in Black Hawk.
Think they mean war?
Not if I can persuade him that it's healthier to build around Sunset Mesa than through it. But easy.
Yeah.
An army of Jeff Ramsey's can't bring a railroad here. This is my empire, and I intend to hold it. Take Chief Warrigal some horses and steers. I may need all his braves.
Hell.
And if you men had the courage of a locoed sheep, you'd walk off this job with me.
Take the wounded in the construction camp and have them attended to. I'm gonna see what's going on over there.
Right.
Get out of here, you short-horned agitator. The rest of you men get back to work.
Let him have his say, Bill. Maybe he's right.
Listen, men. We're fools to be working for such pay with the danger of having our scalps lifted by Indians in the bargain.
What's your idea in arousing these workmen?
I'm doing it for their own good.
I'm not that easy. Who's paying you to stir up trouble?
Nobody. I think these men should know the truth.
Well, I'll never get it from you. Now get out. Get out! Get on your feet and get out of here while you can still walk. If I get you on this job again, you won't be able to.
All right, you fellas, get back to work.
Wasn't that rather brutal?
Well, maybe so, but in this case, it was absolutely necessary.
Well, I don't believe it.
Well, I don't care what you believe, and I'd also like to have you know, young lady, that women are no more welcome on this job than agitators are.
And such an air of authority could surely come from none other than the famous Jeff Ramsey.
Well, outside of that famous part of it, you're right. But inasmuch as you seem to know who I am, haven't you rather the advantage of me?
I certainly have. And I mean to keep it.
Who is that girl, Bill?
I don't know. All I know is she came here in a private car with a big boss.
You mean Mr. Hartford?
Yep.
I didn't know the big chief had gotten here yet. I wonder if she...
boys. How's the job coming?
How are the men that were wounded?
They'll be all right.
Nothing serious. Mr. Hartford got in a little before we expected him, didn't he?
Yeah, he's in his car waiting for you.
Hey, Jim, did you see anything of a girl with him?
Girl?
I guess you didn't.
Where can I find John Hartford?
What do you want to see him for?
Not that it's any of your business, but I got a letter here for him from King Carter. Hey, give me that letter. I'm responsible for it.
I'll deliver that letter. Come on, get out of here.
And I want to congratulate you, Jeff, on the excellent construction progress you've made, in spite of the setbacks you've experienced.
Thank you, Mr. Hartford. You know, our troubles date from the time that you instructed me to put the road through Hellgate Pass.
How do you account for that?
Well, the territory west of the pass is owned by a man named King Carter, or at least he claims it. And it's no secret that he doesn't want the road to go through his country.
Have you met this King Carter?
No, not yet.
Well, perhaps he has his prize.
Well, maybe, but I doubt it. He's hard and ruthless. Well, when the word got out that we were going through the pass, a survey party was massacred by Indians. And agitators started stirring up the workmen. Attempts were made to kill the men in charge.
Well, the Indians have always been hostile.
Well, in this case, I think that they were incited by white men.
Do you suppose this Carter is back of this?
Frankly, I do. But there's no definite proof.
If I didn't know you so well, I'd believe you were afraid of this King Carter.
And you'd probably be right. Mr. Carter is undoubtedly a big man.
There, I don't understand. Oh, my daughter, Jeff Ramsey.
Mr. Ramsey and I have already met, haven't we, Mr. Ramsey?
Yes.
I don't see how we could possibly know each other.
Well, I witnessed Mr. Ramsey's masterful handling of one of his men.
Man brought this to you, Mr. Hartford.
Thank you.
You'd better read it. It's from King Carter.
Just who does this Carter think he is? He's practically ordered me to meet him in his town of Black Hawk tomorrow. His town, if you please.
Well, he owns it. You'd better meet him.
You would advise that, being afraid of him yourself.
Miss, I guess you don't know Jeff Ramsey. He's not afraid of King Carter or any man that walks.
Have he and King Carter ever met?
Not yet, but they will. And I sure hope I'm there when they do.
I'll meet Carter tomorrow. Arrange transportation.
Yes, sir.
I understand that Carter just about owns everything in town.
Yeah, he sure throws a lot of weight around here.
You are Messrs. Hartford and Ramsey. Mr. Carter will see you in his office. Mr. Hartford, Mr. Ramsey, Mr. King Carter.
How do you do?
How do you do?
Your prop, gentlemen. Please be seated. Our time is valuable, so I'll save as much of it as possible. We'll get down to cases.
That's the way I like to do business.
Good. I'll state my terms. If you mean to extend your railroad farther west than Black Hawk, you must go around the Red Hills and not through them.
I have a franchise from the government to build this road.
When you reach Hellgate Pass, Mr. Hartford, I'm the government.
I don't understand.
You will. For even if I don't stop you, the Indians would.
Don't the Indians ever trouble you, Mr. Carter?
No, I have a peace treaty with them, which I and they respect.
You don't have any Indians on your payroll, do you?
No, I don't have to. It's as much to their interest as mine to keep you out.
What you mean is that if we don't build through the pass into Sunset Mesa, then we won't have any trouble with any Indians.
Well, I can't exactly answer that.
You've stated your terms. Now I'll state mine. I'm going to build the road through Hellgate Pass if I have to get the United States Army to help me.
The Army's too busy with Indian uprisings to help build a railroad that would only add to their troubles.
Just as a matter of record, Mr. Carter, I advised Mr. Hartford that to build through Hellgate Pass might prove expensive. However, if he orders the railroad through Hellgate,
My friends at Dodge City told me that you were a smart man, Ramsey, especially with a gun.
well, coming from a man that's reputed to be one of the best shots in the territory, I take that as a compliment.
And if occasion arose when we had to draw on one another,
Tie would do neither one of us any good.
you got my idea. Raven, the gentlemen are leaving.
Then it's to be war between us, huh?
If you wish it, Mr. Hartford.
Carter, as the cards lie at the moment, the railroad goes through Hellgate Pass.
Colossal ego of the man. Who does he think he is, a feudal baron of the Middle Ages? We'll build a railroad through Hellgate Pass and forget him.
We'll build a railroad, all right, but I'll bet he'll be a hard man to forget.
War Eagle's been wanting to attack the railroad in force. Why should I hold him back?
I don't know. Why should you?
Have Snake Eye arrange it at once. Tell him to stop that wagon train of supplies that's coming overland for the railroad.
Another warrior killed by railroad men. Oh, wagon. Give it town a talking. Mama na, tsitsina.
Anawe! Sa! Inanito! Pakkate squaneto! Ka! Ma!
Go with it.
Hey, Calabato, Paca! Come on!
Could you tell me from which direction the wagons are coming, Mr. Jackson?
Let me see. Right through that cut over there, miss.
Thank you.
Where's she going? To look for the wagon train that's coming overland with our supplies. Well, Jim, she shouldn't be riding out alone. Go on with her. All right, Jup.
Isn't it wonderful to think that they've come all the way across the continent in those wagons?
They're lucky to have gotten this far without Indian trouble, miss.
Well, at any rate, they're safe now.
Maybe they are, and maybe they're not.
Who's that?
That's Tex.
Engines coming, big war party.
Ride to the end of the tracks and warn Jeff. I'll tell the wagons.
Come on,
Out here.
get moving.
Indians! Indians! Indians are coming. Head for the train.
The Indians are right behind us. What are we going to do?
Grab your guns and get aboard. We're going to make her run and fight.
Get on the engine. Hurry up, boys!
Wish I'd stayed on my horse instead of riding this darn contraption.
Get back these wagons. Hang it away from the tracks.